What if I told you that self-confidence, the elusive elixir we all crave, isn't at all what you think it is? What if I told you it's not about looking bold or being loud or dazzling a room with charm? No, it's something quieter, deeper, and I assure you, it's something you already possess. You just haven't realized it yet. Ah, self-confidence. Such a peculiar term. It conjures images of people striding into rooms with heads held high, laughter trailing behind them like a fine perfume. But let me tell you, that image is a mirage, a clever distraction. True confidence isn't about what you project outwardly, it's about what burns within. And today, we're going to unmask this concept. Together, we'll dismantle the myths, the traps, and yes, even the lies you've been told about confidence. Let's begin with a popular bit of advice. Fake it till you make it. Oh, how seductive that phrase is. Just wear the mask, they say. Speak louder, take up more space, and confidence will follow. And in some ways, they're not entirely wrong. If you act as though you're confident, people may at first believe it. They may find you appealing, even attractive. After all, confidence signals competence, doesn't it? But here's the trap, my friends. What happens when the mask slips? Because it will slip. Oh yes. No matter how carefully you construct it, the cracks will show. Perhaps it's in the slight quiver of your voice, or a darting glance betraying your unease. Sigmund Freud put it best. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Your true feelings find a way to leak out, and when they do, the facade crumbles. Worse still, this disconnection, the space between the mask and your reality, creates an internal chasm. Anxiety seeps in. Depression finds its footing. You feel like an actor lost in a play you never wanted to star in. So you see, faking confidence is not the solution. It's the illusion of one. Now let's move to the heart of the matter. If confidence isn't faking it, then what is it? The answer lies in the word itself. Confidence, derived from the Latin fidere, meaning to trust. Add the prefix con, meaning with, and you have with trust. Self-confidence, then, is nothing more than trust in yourself. And how do we cultivate this trust? Not by puffing out our chests or shouting over the crowd. No, true self-confidence comes from fidelity to yourself, a faithfulness to who you are, without apology or pretense. I call this self-fidelity, and it is the cornerstone of every meaningful relationship, not just with others, but with yourself. Picture a truly confident person. Go on, close your eyes if you must. Do you see someone dominating a conversation, flashing wealth, dazzling with wit? Or perhaps you see something softer, a quiet steadiness, an unshakable humility, a person unafraid to say, "I don't know," or "I need help." Research shows that truly confident individuals are warm, approachable, and non-defensive. They are more likely to smile than scowl, to listen rather than dominate. And here's the twist. Their confidence isn't about how others perceive them. It's about how they perceive themselves. Contrast this with overconfidence, what I call the chocolate cake effect. You know the type. At first, it's sweet, indulgent, even intoxicating. But stay too long, and you'll find it cloying, hollow, lacking in substance. Overconfidence often masks insecurity, and people, wise as they are, can sniff out this hollowness. They may be drawn to it momentarily, but they rarely stay. And here lies the rub, doesn't it? We are creatures of connection. We crave acceptance, yet we long to be authentic, and often we feel we must choose between the two. Consider this. How many times have you silenced your true thoughts, fears, or desires for fear of losing someone's approval? How often have you traded authenticity for acceptance, only to feel the sting of regret later? The world tells us to be agreeable, to fit in. But I tell you this, it is only when you are true to yourself that you truly belong. Authenticity is the highest form of confidence. So how do we embrace this elusive self-fidelity? Let me offer you a few starting points. Know yourself. Spend time exploring who you are, your values, your passions, your fears. Write them down if you must. Clarity is power. Honor your truth. Speak up when something matters to you, even if your voice shakes. Discomfort is the price of integrity. Let go of perfection. Confidence is not about being flawless. It's about being comfortable with your imperfections. Live aligned with your values. Every time you act in accordance with your principles, you reinforce trust in yourself. And remember, confidence doesn't mean never feeling afraid. It means acting with courage despite the fear. Now, let's turn to an area where confidence, or the lack of it, often reveals itself most starkly: relationships. To love and be loved is perhaps the most vulnerable act of all. And yet so often, we betray ourselves in the name of harmony. We avoid conflict, we suppress needs, we become what we think our partner wants, only to wonder why the spark fades. True self-confidence in a relationship is about honesty, not just with your partner, but with yourself. It's about saying, "This is who I am, and this is what I need." It's not about demanding, but about sharing. And when done well, this honesty fosters deeper intimacy, respect, and trust. And here's the most beautiful part. When you live with self-fidelity, the world responds. People respect those who respect themselves. They are drawn to those who stand firm yet remain kind. You don't need to shout your worth. You simply need to embody it. Confidence isn't a roar. It's a whisper that says, "I know who I am, and I'm okay with that." So the next time someone tells you to fake it till you make it, smile gently and say, "I think I'll do something better." And then, my friends, go out into the world as your wonderfully imperfect, magnificently authentic self. Because that is what true confidence looks like.